Y'all ain't finished. Y'all ain't finished. Make sure you come ready to go this next week.
How about those?
Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs insight? Welcome to the Four Guys in a Bar podcast, presented by Chiefs Blitz and sponsored by Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Group. If you're looking for a real estate expert, call Eric Haynes today at 816-729-3785. That's 816-729-3785. Now here is your Chiefs Blitz host, Nick Athan, with Lou Montagna, Andre Tillman, and Hense Todd.
That's right, gang. We are back and better than our last show. We hope. It is championship week, Red Friday. I believe the referees have been fitted for their AFC Championship jerseys, red and yellow, of course. But yeah, here we are, ready. It's Friday. It's here. It's here. Hensley, what's going on, man?
It's finally here. It's finally here. We're gonna preview the Chiefs today. And also we got, Factor Cap, and we got the Cube that's on the list today. The Cube been right for, wherever, how long it can been right. And then also we got the main segment and some hot topics that we're going to be talking about today. I hope you guys sit back, enjoy your Friday. It is a Red Friday. Enjoy it. And let's get into this show. Are you ready, Luke?
Yeah, let's get this thing rolling. Come on, rip the Band-Aid off. Let's go.
All right, let's talk about
the rest of the crew.
Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Real Estate Group. If you're looking for someone who can walk you through the process of buying or selling a house in the greater Kansas City metropolitan area, there's nobody better than my good friend, Mr. Eric Haynes. He helped my wife, Emily, and I find our dream house. It was a long process. There were a lot of ups and downs, but he and his team were absolutely incredible, and they got the deal done. They got the deal done because he was there every step of the way. He took every text message. He took every phone call. He told us not to worry, and in the end, he delivered, and that's what you want for the best real estate experience. So give Eric a call at 816-729-3785. You can email him at esellskc@gmail.com.
Proud sponsor of Factor Cap.
Next up, my incredible wife, Emily Athan. If you're looking for someone who could help you navigate through the waters of the health insurance world, there's nobody better who understands it than my wife. Listen, if you want a government option or a private option, if you're looking for a plan for yourself, or a self-employed group or a small business family, whatever it might be, you need to understand what you're eligible for and the best plan available, and you want to find someone who understands the marketplace in the private sector. So for a free quote today, give her a call at 913-215-9086.
Emily.
Next up, the guys at Resell Electronics. Roll tape.
Emily.
Save big on the hottest electronics. At Resell Electronics, we offer the best deals on new and pre-owned TVs, game consoles, cameras, plus so much more. With 2 convenient locations along Noland Road in Independence, stop by and visit us today.
That's right. Resell Electronics is your one-stop shop for all of your consumer electronic needs. Hey, if you've got some old stuff lying around the house, they'll give you cash. And if you want to buy the latest technology, you want to get old games, you want to get phones, TVs, tablets, whatever it is, they're your number one source. They've got 2 great locations in Independence, both on Noland Road at 1214A South Noland Road and down on 40 Highway Noland Road inside the flea market. So if you want a great deal, this is your one-stop shop for all your electronic needs. Check out their website today. That's resell.com.
Resell.
And now our newest sponsor, the one that we're very proud to have as part of the Chiefs Blitz family, that is the guys over at Underdog Fantasy. You can play the pick'em game. I do it every single day. Pick your favorite NFL stars, including Patrick Mahomes and Jackson, and Burrows, Jefferson, Bosa. It doesn't matter who it is. Hey, Josh Allen as well. You can play the NFL. You can play other sports. You get a chance to win up to 1,000 times your entry fee. Plus, it's available in 33 states. Deposit now and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash to join the millions of fans who've won billions on Underdog Fantasy. Got to check it out. Hey, when you go into the website, make sure you use the code Chiefs Blitz. Right here, you can see how easy it is to navigate through the process of making your favorite play of the day. And you can do multiple teams, you can do multiple players. It is the best fantasy game out there. I play it every single day. Make sure you check out underdog.com and use the Chiefs Blitz code to make sure you're registered with the Chiefs Blitzers.
Let's go, underdog.
Welcome in, guys. We have Mango at the top. We have Andre at the bottom.
What's the deal? What's happening? What's going on? What is going on, guys?
It's Red Friday, guys.
Championship week.
Red Friday, championship week. Again,
we bleed blue and red over here, sir.
I bet you do. You believe every color that ever had to do with the Chiefs. So
I bleed what I bleed, man.
Whatever the flavor of the month is.
You goddamn right. Whatever mood it is, that's the color I'm swinging. That's right.
Yeah. So Nick's on the men still. So we'll go on. We'll carry on in his spirit. Nobody reads through the sponsors like Nick. I think he had somewhere to be that day. I've never heard anybody read so damn fast. But anyway, we hope you're getting better, Nick. And I'm glad you're watching.
Absolutely.
But let's get back into underdog. If you play now in Missouri, you played it $5 to get 50 of cash. So yeah, use that promo code Chiefs Blitz right there at the bottom of the screen and start picking now. So let's get right into this show, guys. We have a lot of updates and breaking news, for today. So let's get right into it. And shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Thank you guys for joining in. You continue to join in and continue to support the guys here at Chiefs Blitz. So let's get right into the breaking news with what's his name?
Bring on the baby.
Skillet.
Bring on the skillet. Go ahead and take this for me, Mango.
Okay, we're on Bill's injury watch, and safety Taylor Rapp has been ruled out. He will not be playing against the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. That is a big loss to the Bills. Cornerback Christian Benford remains in concussion protocol, but he didn't practice today due to personal reasons. Linebacker Matt Milano and cornerback Taron Johnson will both be full participants today, and that came from Bills head coach Sean McDermott himself.
Yeah, so it's a lot of pieces they're gonna be missing on this Sunday, guys. And hey, looking at that, could Travis Kelce be getting off, man? A lot of people said I heard some stuff out there that say gonna get 5 receptions. He's not gonna be a big factor to come this Sunday. What y'all think about this? The Bills gonna be missing him, Lou.
Well, Taylor Rapp is a significant injury there for them. Now, the other guys might play. I think Milano and Johnson are probably going to play. I don't think there's any question about that. Benford's in the concussion protocol, so we have no idea. There's no steps or levels or whatever that get announced. So you have no idea if he's in the beginning of it, the end, whatever. But in terms of Travis Kelce, I mean, you look at his playoff games, like his last 14 playoff games, the worst was like 71 yards receptions, right? And he's scoring touchdowns left and right. He leads all time, always shows up for the playoffs. So that for sure is going to factor into the game. And so he is going to put up numbers. And the other piece is, I mean, you look at last week, say what you will about the game that Mark Andrews had and drops and so forth. He still had over like 70 yards receiving. Right? Isaiah Likely scores a touchdown and he was over like 80 yards receiving. So, and those numbers might be off a little bit, but combined, they kind of ate. So tight ends have, they do hurt the Bills, and Travis Kelce is that. So if it's not Kelce, it's going to be 50 Shades.
It's 50 Shades. Stop being bashful. Lou, it's 50 Shades you're talking about. No, I think 50 Shades gonna get it in, though. I think 50 Shades is going to be a big problem for the Bills secondary. Travis Kelce, time is running out. Sorry, but 50 Shades is going to take that. So I see 50 Shades getting loose against them. But as far as the injuries going with the Buffalo Bills, with Buddy going down, what's his name? Zap. But Zap, is his name Zap, right?
Yeah, like
Roger Zap. Roger Trap.
Yeah.
Roger Trap. Yeah, I was going with that, Lou. But everybody else, all the main pieces that's gonna make an impact with this game are still playing. So I'm not really too much worried about him.
Let me see you on the dance floor, Coach.
Hell yeah, I was show shaking. You dig it? So, but honestly though, I don't see no big deal with this injury right now. It's still a big deal, but it's not a big deal.
Okay, I don't know what the hell that means.
So big deal. It is a big deal, but not a big deal.
So
Milano and Milano is still playing. He's a big deal for the Buffalo Bills.
Yes, absolutely. But not having Taylor Rapp and playing a rookie at that position, again, it's a championship game.
Yeah, experience
does matter. Doesn't mean that all of a sudden, the rate of play is going to be less, but you certainly want to have your guy that's been holding that down in there.
Yeah.
So, I think it is a big deal. And as far as, again, Taylor Rapp, but the tight ends in the last game, obviously, like I said, 8 against that defense, and they were fairly healthy. So I see the same thing happening in this game. We'll talk a little bit more about the wide receivers as we move on, in the show. But yeah, absolutely. I think Travis is going to have another big game.
Yeah, I'm with that as well. Hey, like I said, as long as they battle themselves up in in Buffalo, Ravens and the Bills, at least somebody came on. I'm not rooting for injuries. Somebody came up jacked up and going into the AFC Championship while the Chiefs are just healthy on the other end. So
that's big for you to say that the Chiefs are healthy. So what you're saying is the Chiefs should dominate. Is that what you're saying against the Bills secondary?
I think he's just saying they're healthy.
Okay, because he threw some salt down there. He said they're healthy.
I won't speak for Hensley, but
pretty sure. Okay,
that's all.
Pretty clear.
Okay,
that's all I was saying. But let's get right into the updates from Andy Reid. Go ahead, Mango.
Chiefs head coach Andy Reid confirmed today in his media duties that there are 0 injuries on the Chiefs side of things heading into the AFC Championship game. That's massive for us, really.
So echoing what Hensley just
said. Exactly. Yes.
And for those of you that don't speak British, the Chiefs don't have any injuries going into this game.
So that's why both made a statement. Like, so what you're saying is this should be a walkthrough for the Chiefs. Y'all full go.
Okay,
y'all ready to rock and roll.
I think I'm starting to understand. Now I think I'm starting to understand your commentary at times, Coach. Is whatever you're hearing, whatever is on in your headset, is not what's being said anywhere else.
Absolutely, like y'all go right, I go left. Y'all go right, I go left.
I don't know what are you tuned into?
Man, I'm tuned to the Buffalo Bills Mafia, man. They telling y'all because y'all got injuries that they Bills are trying to on this panel. They telling me that y'all ain't got it because y'all hurt, y'all banged up. Let Bo tell y'all banged up, so it should be an easy walk for the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's the thing.
I didn't say it. I'm just saying what you're trying to say. Okay.
The coach said that. So let's get right into Andy Reid.
They're just ear muffs.
Something like that.
But easy like Ruben said, selective hearing.
Ruben, whatever, Ruben. You're not a diehard Chiefs fan, Ruben. You're not a diehard Chiefs fan, sir.
So let's get right into it.
You still behind on Chiefs who? I don't think Ruben ever won Chiefs who.
Still a diehard fan of this show, Coach.
Yeah, okay. Don't worry about that. Ruben's still my guy. I'm just saying.
Andy Reid confirmed that left tackle Joe Thuney will once again start at left tackle. How do you guys feel about that, Mango?
I mean, I'm not surprised. I didn't see him changing it once we got into the playoffs. The only point I could see him even maybe considering it is like the gap between winning the championship and the Super Bowl game, but I still don't think he would. I mean, I just hope he has a better game than he did against Houston, to be honest, is all you can really ask for. He got pushed into the pocket a few times, and that put some pressure on Pat, and I didn't quite like that.
You know what? Honestly, I think the Bills doesn't have them type of pass rushers on the outside, so I think Thuney will be okay.
Yeah, so Gregory Rousseau, Von Miller, guys, don't even bother showing up.
Yeah, man.
I think this speaks more towards just the lack of confidence in anybody else playing left tackle, quite frankly, because in order for the Chiefs, I think, to be at their best running the ball, that Tooney should be at his natural position. But the fact that none of those guys can even come in and play at an average level, it just tells you that, they have to put Tooney out there, which, again, isn't ideal. But God bless him for sacking up and saying, hey, whatever, I'll go out there. I'll do what I can. But again, it's just not ideal. He's not built for the position in the NFL, but he battles, gave up a couple of sacks last week. Hopefully it's a little bit better, like Mango was saying, this week. And Caliendo can, again, kind of, I guess, play a little bit better in the run game. We'd like to see, some more holes. I think, we talk about Pops not seeing it, or, Kareem not getting the big runs. I think a little bit has to do with the offensive line too. So, it's just, that's what it says to me, is they just don't have much confidence in the other guys to go out there and play left tackle.
I know damn well DJ wasn't playing. I thought that DJ ass ain't playing. He ain't playing. They're gonna stick with what got him there, man.
Can we go back to the show when DJ was originally signed, Mango? Let's get that clip of Coach, what he was telling us about DJ Humphries at that point.
Man. Yeah,
then he plays like 6 plays, gets hurt or whatever, and now DJ is trash.
London Bridge was falling. The bridge was falling.
He shouldn't even be in the league.
He shouldn't. Listen, fresh off of Walmart, fresh off Walmart, man. But honestly though, he ain't it, man.
Yeah,
tight hamstrings, man. Haven't played his best in about 5+ years, including with my Cardinals.
Find that clip. Find that goddamn clip.
I'm on it.
Yeah, just
a bull crap.
All right, what do we got next, Hensley? Let's roll.
I'm just saying DJ ain't him. I'm just saying. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Travis Kelce told reporters that everyone in the building understand what is at stake going against the Bills. So everybody's locked in. Everybody's ready to go. Everybody's ready to lock in against the Bills. Even though everybody against the world is picking against the Chiefs right now. We'll get back into that later in the show.
Except for me.
I bet you are, sir. Well, also, let's get right to what Trent McDuffie said as well. You can go ahead and take that for me, Luke.
That's right. T-Cuffs what a handsome young man. I got to tell you that, man. I mean, he gets in front of the mic, and that dude's got like movie star in his future. All right.
Right.
T-Cuffs says everyone in the building knows what kind of player Josh Allen is, says it's going to be a big challenge. So yeah, nothing new here. I mean, these guys get in front of the mic. They're asked these questions. They got to find different ways, but to not gas up the other team, to kind of give respect to those guys. And of course, he's going to say that anybody watching those games that they've played, all of them, even in the games that the Bills have lost in the playoffs, Josh has normally played pretty well. And I think played well enough to win those games. He just wasn't able to do enough to overcome the things that Patrick and the rest of the Chiefs were doing against them. So, I mean, it's just mutual respect. I mean, obviously, and this is going into factor cap, we'll hit it at that point, but this has become quite the rivalry.
Right.
Is that what's coming out of Coach's headset? Do we
I don't know.
Hold on. Give me a quick.
Is that air traffic control you got going there, Coach? You got a second job?
Well, I'll let him fix that. Sal, what's going on? But go ahead and get into what Xavier Worthy had to say at the press conference, Luke.
Let's go, X-Man. Okay, so Xavier, I take it as a blessing. I feel it's a sign they didn't want me. I'm assuming that they're talking about the trade. They said passing on him in the draft.
Mhm.
I'm going to play with a chip on my shoulder. It's the AFC Championship game. So you love to hear the rookie, say things like this. A lot of teams, or a lot of guys get up there, and again, they just try to dress it up. They said, "Well, I understand it's a team building thing, whatever." He could have said any number of things, but no, man, I take it as a sign of disrespect. I've got the chip on my shoulder. Give me the rock. I'm going to make some plays to help us win this game. Let's go, X.
Yeah. I like that. See, like I said a lot back ago, this kid has some dog in him. He's small. A lot of people don't have the pass up on him. This kid said he's taking he putting the chip on his shoulder. He said, I don't care what, hey, I'm coming out here to ball. I'm coming out here to win this game. I don't care what y'all got to say. I'm the number one. He said, I'm the number one on the team right now. And the receiver tell Rasheed Rice come back. But again,
let's not put words in his mouth.
Hey, listen. All that sound good, my man. Go out there and get the job done. All right, I hear a lot of receivers and said that. Just go out there and get the job done, man. Let's see what you're about. Hey, you're on the big stage now. Go out there and show it.
The thing is, we truly need him to make some plays in this game, because with the way that the Chiefs have been playing offense lately, when it's just kind of like dink and dunk and station to station kind of football, and you almost have to be perfect, you'd like to get some explosive plays out of the passing game. Now, I know Travis had a couple of big ones during the course of the game, and X made that one catch down the sideline, but everything else was pretty close to the line of scrimmage, and it was just, okay, we're moving the sticks. Okay, that's great. But in these games, typically when, in a championship type game, Super Bowl, whatever, you have to have some sort of difference making play, at least one or two during the course of the game, if you really expect to win. That's just the plain and simple of it. So he's the one that can do it. He makes that first guy miss and he's off to the races. That's what they need.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Most definitely.
So let's get right into Factor Cap. What you have for us today, Luke?
Oh my goodness! It is the conference championship version. Factor Cap. It's Friday. You guys know what time it is. Do we have the band? If we don't, no problem. I'll make the music myself, Hensley. Look at that other handsome man. We specialize in handsome men, except for the hosts. Everything else on this show about handsome men. The Eric Haynes Group, brought to you by our guy, Eric Haynes. Factor Cap, here we go. Let's lead off with the NFC version of this thing. So the Eagles, they kind of passed on NFL history at the end of the year. They sat some of their starters, including Saquon, who was about to set the rushing record for the NFL. And they kind of said, okay, we're just going to take a step back, rest everybody. It's all about the playoffs. All the drama between Hurts and A.J. Brown and Sirianni. And then Brandon Graham, even though he's injured, going on the radio, making comments about their relationship, whatever. So the statement is this. If the Eagles were to lose this game, it would be a complete disaster of a season, to the point where changes would be made at all levels of their organization. Factor Cap, Hensley.
I would say Cap. I would say it won't be that dramatic. You know what I mean? For if they do come out and lose to Washington, I don't see that will happen. But other than that, yes, I feel like the Chiefs will. Not the Chiefs, but the the Eagles will. Still keep their coaching staff around.
What do you say, Mango? Are you with us?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm a bit.
A little. Okay.
Yeah.
We got some movement.
Okay. The summer, I can hear you perfectly fine.
Okay.
I'll have to agree. You. I'll agree with Hense on that one. To be fair,
I go Cap too. I go with Cap because honestly, there's nothing really wrong with this team, even if they do lose. They are pretty good on both sides of the ball. The only issue is the head coach, but I think the players love the head coach, so I feel like they'd be just fine.
Yeah, I think that's exactly the point, is that they have, I think, the best roster in the NFL. Now, you can say what you want about the quarterback position, and maybe that's what they're lacking, but the O-line, D-line, running back, wide receivers, I mean, this team is just built to win. Right. And just the fact that now you add in this alien, this unicorn of a running back that just now goes nuts, perfect storm. They've fired Super Bowl winning coaches before, and Sirianni hasn't won one. So I would not be shocked if there was some moves made if they lose this game. All right, next one. So we know Jaden Daniels has just been a revelation to the league. He's come in and kind of captured everybody's imagination, specifically the fact that he's been able to carry the team. We've seen rookie quarterbacks go to the conference championship games before, but typically they've had a top 1, 2, 3 defense in the league. It's not that way with Jaden. They win because of him, not in spite of him. And I think you could legitimately say that at this point, he may be the 5th best quarterback in the NFL right now. Pat, Josh, Lamar, Joe, and then more than likely it's Jaden. Okay, so the statement is this: win or lose, this is the greatest rookie season in the Super Bowl era. Fact or cap?
I would say fact. Oh, sorry, Rome, but I'll say fact. I'll say fact on that. Yeah, I have the best rookie season so far. Go ahead.
Mango?
Yeah, 100%, no doubt, best rookie season.
So there you see some of the other guys that I guess would have been in contention for this. Now, Jim Brown didn't play in the Super Bowl era, okay? And he was rookie of the year, MVP, ran for 1,800 yards in 12 games as a rookie. So that's why I said, because that was just next level, of course. But he wasn't in the Super Bowl era, and some of these other guys were, but did not advance to the level where Jaden has at this point. So, Coach, what do you say?
I'm gonna say fact. I believe this is probably one of the best rookie seasons ever in the NFL.
The best. I mean, this is the greatest rookie season.
Like how you emphasize greatest. My bad, greatest.
Yes, like the best, not just one of the best. We know it's one of the best.
I think Kathy said Marino, but the way he's playing right now, just like you said, the defense is not really like the anchor behind his wins. It's him, like clutch, getting the job done, know when to throw, reading coverages and stuff like that. Yeah, I can say Jaden, man. Jaden puts the team on his back.
Yeah, this is definitely, I mean, again, in the Super Bowl era, this is unprecedented. And if he were to win, he'll be the only rookie quarterback to start a Super Bowl. So that's just an amazing accomplishment. All right, let's move to the main event, the game. Now, even though it's been a limited history, it's just kind of a short sample size, the statement is this: Chiefs versus Bills, Patrick versus Josh is the best rivalry in the NFL today. Hensley.
I would say Cap, because it's the Bill Mafia versus the Kingdom, but it's got to be the Chiefs and the Bengals. With me,
who they?
For me, it'd be the Chiefs and the Bengals going back and forth. You know what I mean? I won't say it'd be Josh in the Buffalo Bills, so I would say there'll be a cap for me.
Mango.
Yeah, I'll go cap as well. I mean,
bring it on, Mango.
Yeah,
go ahead.
For me, it's the Bengals and the Chiefs. That's
right. That's right.
Sure. Okay.
Of course, a fact. Nah, no, I ain't gonna say fact. Take that back. I'm gonna say cap. I'm gonna say Bengals. I'm sorry, gentlemen. Joe Burrow's the best quarterback. between those two, and he gets the job done. I'm definitely gonna say the Bengals. They only got knocked off Patrick Mahomes at AFC Championship, man.
So this might be an age thing or whatever, but this is an absolute fact. The Chiefs and the Bengals have played twice in the playoffs. These teams have faced off. Now this will be the 5th time in the playoffs. 9 times, just these two guys going against each other. The ratings will show it. The fan bases will show it. Now, maybe you guys with your social media battles just think that the Bengals, for some reason, are this big rivalry. But again, it's only happened twice, and it just I just don't see it. So yeah, absolutely, this is fact for me all the way, 100%.
You just old school, Lou. You old school.
Read this comment from Ken, because this is my exact feeling on it.
Although the Bills need to win a playoff game versus the Chiefs before it to be a true rivalry. He said, although the Bills need to win a playoff game versus the Chiefs for it to be a rivalry.
I think and again, that's your opinion. That's great. I guess my point is that, again, they meet on the regular, and the games are every single time comes down to either the last possession or very close to that or overtime. So
he said the Bengals aren't consistently good like Buffalo. The Bengals are better than Buffalo. Mr. DS.
Hey, we get it out. Did you tired to talk about
it? They were. Yeah. All right. So
go Burrow.
These teams these two teams have kind of embraced the style of like low risk ball control offense to win games. We've seen both of them historically. Right now, I think the Bills had 8 turnovers the entire year. That's the lowest in NFL history.
Mm-hmm.
And they took it away 35 times, which I think is one of the best plus minus ever. The Chiefs haven't had a turnover in 8 consecutive games, and typically in the playoffs, they don't turn it over at all. So you've got this kind of, I don't know if you have the Spider-Man meme up there. That's kind of what you're looking at, is these two teams are kind of mirroring each other. Not exactly the way they play, but just kind of the mentality, and like, okay, hey, who's going to blink here? Who's the real Spider-Man? Is it you all, or is it us? So the statement is this: Andy Reid will be the one to break tendency and to take more risks than the Bills do with the ball, meaning more tempo, deep shots, and perhaps even using 4th down to continue drives and to keep the ball away from Josh Allen.
I would say I say that would be a cap. I think Andy Reid's gonna come out and play they style of ball. They're not gonna go play into the Bills' hand. They're gonna make them play into the Chiefs style of ball. It's probably be a close to a fast type of deal. But and again, we won't blowouts. We want this. We want the deep shots. But Andy Reid know how to win championships, so he's not gonna play like to keep the ball away from Josh Allen. He's gonna make them come into playing the Chiefs style of ball they've been playing all year.
Mango.
Fact. Big fact. I mean, we saw Kurt Reid go for it on a couple of 4th downs in the championship game against the Ravens last season. So I expect him to do it if we're in that situation again. And especially with the absence of Taylor Rapp, I do expect us to try a deep ball quite early on, because when he missed time earlier in the season, Buffalo's secondary got absolutely torched. So I think they're going to pull out all the stops. Big fact.
Coach. Yeah, I'm gonna go fact too. I think they definitely go all out in this game. Like you said, stretch the field, man. Use the radio a whole lot more. Like, they're gonna take their shots downfield, because the Buffalo Bills are expecting the Chiefs. They're expecting the Chiefs to play complimentary football, right? But I think Andy Reid changes the game up, man, and stretch the field. They're gonna see more throwing and less running from Hunt.
Yeah, I think this was kind of my theory all along going in. Not that he's going to change the mentality or completely how they play or what plays they call, but I think just the fact that maybe going a little bit more tempo, maybe take a few more deep shots, but certainly using 4th down as a weapon versus, having to punt the ball. If they're in plus territory, if it's even like inside a yard, even inside of 2 yards, again, maybe not on their side of the field, but if they're on the plus side, I think instead of kicking field goals, he might be going for it. So we'll see what happens, because one of these teams has to blink. I don't know if Sean McDermott is going to do it, because it always seems like he tightens up in these spots. So Coach Reed has shown the kind of the stones to be able to go ahead and make those calls. All right, last one. So earlier this week in Chief Who, if you guys weren't around, Sammy Watkins was the Chief Who, and he had 2 really stellar performances in AFC title games, back-to-back, over 100 yards, 114 yards in both games, had 2 over 50-yard receptions, 1 for a touchdown against Tennessee that kind of sealed the deal. So the statement is this. We've been talking about him, and I think this is it. D-Hop will emulate his Clemson alumni, Sammy Watkins, and make game-changing plays on Sunday. Hensley.
I would say that is just straight fact. I would think he will have a monster game, because when you see my score prediction, you will see why I think he'll have a monster game. So I would say that was a straight fact. D-Hop is going to save it all and put it all on this one game, going into to get his way.
To the Mango?
I mean, I think he's going to be key in the red zone. I think I could see him getting 2 touchdowns, to be fair. So absolutely big facts for me.
I'm going to go with fact, too. I think D-Hop is going to have a great game in the red zone, too, Mango. I think D-Hop's going to get it done.
Yeah. Now, they both went to Clemson, but their games are completely different. So it'll look a little bit different, but I truly believe that D-Hop is going to make some significant plays this game. I mean, this is kind of why he came to Kansas City. I hope they're able to dial him up. I hope the offensive line's able to hold up, because I think if the ball gets anywhere near him, it's going to get caught. He's going to make the play. So, yeah, that's gonna be a big fact for me as well. All right, gang, there you have it for championship conference championship weekend. There's your fact or cap, as always, brought to you by Hurricanes and the Hurricanes Group.
That was fact or cap, guys, for us here. Before we get into that, guys, we have a little news that's circling around out there on the internet.
Is it news or is it just conjecture? Is it rumor?
It's news, Luke.
Can we qualify it?
We got a little breaking news, guys.
All right, let's go. The baby, let's go.
Hold on. Get the sound up for you guys. Hold on, I'll get the sound for the coach. He has something to say.
I'm speaking wisdom right now. I'm dropping knowledge right now, man.
Hold on.
Oh, that wasn't the video. That was Coach live.
Hold on, I get a fist, guys.
I'm dropping knowledge right now.
Whatever he was saying, he meant that stuff, right?
Goddamn right I did.
Yes, sir.
It takes me back. Yeah, man. Don't worry about it. Hey, it's coming.
I'll get it back in there. But again, it was Coach talking about the DJ Humphreys situation. But I don't know where it happened to the sound. I don't know the video.
Don't worry about it, guys. I was dropping heat. It was too much for there it is. I was dropping some heat. Let's say a little video about him. He's knowledgeable, he's physical, and he has good hands. Good hands, knowledgeable, physical, right? Physicality.
And again, that's what
outstanding. He's a veteran. I think I posted a little video about him. He's knowledgeable, he's physical, and he has good hands. Good hands, knowledgeable, physical, right? Physicality.
And again, that's what he was.
And that's what he was.
We have to see this.
You go. Some people in Chiefs camp says he's a stud, and I do believe he's a stud. He's a bully. He looks like a bully. He looks like a bully. But I guarantee you this: if he gets put into this offense, you're gonna see Worthy shine. because compared to what the Chiefs had, he's night and day. Like, you see, I gave him all his attributes, but his hamstring wasn't strong enough.
That's the great thing about the internet.
Yeah, man.
that statement, that analysis will live forever.
Yeah, man. His hamstring wasn't strong enough, man. Not enough milk.
Man, so with that said, let's get into our sponsor before we get into the Cube segment.
All right, let's talk about our sponsor, Mr. Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Real Estate Group. If you're looking for someone who can walk you through the process of buying or selling a house in the greater Kansas City metropolitan area, there's nobody better than my good friend, Mr. Eric Haynes. He helped my wife, Emily, and I find our dream house. It was a long process. There were a lot of ups and downs, but he and his team were absolutely incredible, and they got the deal done. They got the deal done because he was there every step of the way. He took every text message. He took every phone call. He told us not to worry, and in the end, he delivered, and that's what you want for the best real estate experience. So give Eric a call at 816-729-3785. You can email him at esellskc@gmail.com.
Proud sponsor, Factor Cat.
Next up, my incredible wife, Emily Athan. If you're looking for someone who could help you navigate through the waters of the health insurance world, there's nobody better who understands it than my wife. Listen, if you want a government option or a private option, if you're looking for a plan for yourself or a self-employed group or a small business family, whatever it might be, you need to understand what you're eligible for and the best plan available, and you want to find someone who understands the marketplace in the private sector. So for a free quote today, give her a call at 913-215-9086.
Emily.
Next up, the guys at Resell Electronics. Roll tape.
Emily.
Save big on the hottest electronics. At Resell Electronics, we offer the best deals on new and pre-owned TVs, game consoles, cameras, plus so much more. With 2 convenient locations along Noland Road in Independence, stop by and visit us today.
That's right. Resell Electronics is your one-stop shop for all of your consumer electronic needs. Hey, if you've got some old stuff lying around the house, they'll give you cash. And if you want to buy the latest technology, you want to get old games, you want to get phones, TVs, tablets, whatever it is, they're your number one source. They've got 2 great locations in Independence, both on Noland Road at 1214A South Noland Road and down on 40 Highway Noland Road inside the flea market. So if you want a great deal, this is your one-stop shop for all your electronic needs. Check out their website today. That's resellwithacelectronics.com.
Resell.
And now our newest sponsor, the one that we're very proud to have, is part of the Chiefs Blitz family. That is the guys over at Underdog Fantasy. You can play the pick'em game. I do it every single day. Pick your favorite NFL stars, including Patrick Mahomes and Jackson, and Burrows, Jefferson, Bosa. It doesn't matter who it is. Hey, Josh Allen as well. You can play the NFL. You can play other sports. You get a chance to win up to 1,000 times your entry fee. Plus, it's available in 33 states. Deposit now and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash to join the millions of fans who've won billions on Underdog Fantasy. Got to check it out. Hey, when you go into the website, make sure you use the code Chiefs Blitz. Right here, you can see how easy it is to navigate through the process of making your favorite play of the day. And you can do multiple teams. You can do multiple players. It is the best fantasy game out there. I play it every single day. Make sure you check out underdog.com and use the Chiefs Blitz code to make sure you're registered with the Chiefs Blitzers. About our sponsor.
So with that said, like we said, we gotta you get you play, you get $5 and get 50 of your cash back. Playing.
Okay, so you put if deposit $5, you get free $50 in entry. So that's not, you don't just get the money, you have the ability to use that on other entries that particular day, that particular week. I mean, you'll see once you get in there, but use the promo code Chiefs Blitz and you get the special bonus here. And rumor has it that Nick really isn't sick. He's won so much playing on Underdog Fantasy. He's gone. He just quit the show.
He said to hell with it. He said to hell with it.
He said, "I'm out of here. I got my money. I'm going."
Yeah. Well, at least that's what my source says.
So with that said, let's get right into the cube, guys. I know they like this segment. Let's get right into it. All right, on this version of the cube got all 4 teams right last time, and now he's looking to get more. So if you look at play Underdog Fantasy, maybe you should listen to the cube segment. So this is the cube top 6 teams that remaining, and which again, once you see the guys are upside down, that's the guys that the cube thinks that's going to be falling this weekend. Now
there's only 4 teams left, so
yes, 14. Yes, sir. So we got the Kansas City Chiefs still sitting there at number 1. Then we got the Washington Commanders sitting there at number 2. Then we have the Eagles falling to the Washington Commanders at number 3. And we have the Buffalo Bills falling to the Chiefs that sit there at number 4. And at number 5 is the Redskins. I mean, not the Redskins, but Houston Texans. They played well last Sunday, besides the crying with the refs, but they still sit there at number 5. And number 6, Detroit Lions. Even though they played up a good game, they just couldn't keep up with the young guy, Jalen Daniels. He's out there balling. He's out there balling with the number 5. If you look at him, he was a Eagles fan back in the day. The number 5 represent Donovan McNabb. That's his role model growing up. And he took out the Lions. He slayed the Lions. So do you guys agree with these last teams that's still standing? And do you guys agree with the cube saying that these are the teams that's going to fall this weekend? Mango.
I mean, if I'm being honest, my head tells me that it's going to be a Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl rematch. My heart really wants Chiefs-Commanders. That's just so much more fun. But so my heart agrees with you, but my head's telling me no. So I'm going to trust my head and say it should be Chiefs 1, Eagles at 2. Other than that, I agree.
But do you agree with do you agree with the top 6 teams though?
Do I agree with the top 16? Oh, you talking about some
Mango.
Yeah, I agree with them for sure.
Okay, Drake.
What? Nah, man. I'm gonna say this, guys, for the panel, for all my Bills Mafia fans out there, man. I'm gonna go Bills 1, and I'm gonna go Commanders 2. And that's it. And the rest fall where they may.
Why do we still invite him back on? All it is
they fall where they may.
I don't know. He's kind of grandfathered in.
Yeah, man.
I would say 5 and 6. I think I would have the Rams above maybe both of those teams. I mean, I thought they had a much better showing than either one of those two. Even though Detroit put up some points, I don't know that the game was. It seemed like at a certain point it wasn't in doubt because Washington kept answering. I would say the teams remaining. I've got them. Chiefs, Bills, Eagles, Commanders. In terms of just kind of how I see them fitting. Now, obviously, one of those teams is going to lose. I just think Buffalo right now is better than any of the NFC teams, I should say. And so are the Chiefs. But Philadelphia, like I said during Factor Cap, I mean, if Jalen Hurts is healthy enough, they got I think they just have the best roster. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to win, but I think they have the best roster left.
Lou, you've been going against Jalen Daniels since I've been bringing him up, and now I've always said he was a good player. Now, I didn't have him ranked. I didn't have the Commanders ranked as high for sure. Not even close. I still have them 4. I think those 3 teams are still better than them. Now, has Jaden Daniels exceeded my expectations? Yes, but I always liked him. Mm-hmm. So what you saying? So you saying Washington is going to lose to the Eagles this Saturday?
I think so. I think this is where the Cinderella is kind of strikes midnight. Had a nice run, just didn't have quite enough. I think there's a couple of things. Their best offensive lineman is out and not playing. He was one of the interior. So I think that's going to hurt them, especially, Jalen Carter on the other side and some of the other Georgia Bulldogs playing on that line of scrimmage. That's going to hurt them a little bit. A lot of sentiment out there for the Commanders and the Bills. I was watching something earlier today, and they had mentioned that like 81% of the money, or the bets, I should say, on the Chiefs and Buffalo is on Buffalo. Almost 70% of the money that's played on the Washington game is on Washington. And ordinarily in these situations, you go against the public. So I always fade the public. So I'm going to go Chiefs, Eagles.
Okay, so what are your best picks over this weekend?
That's it. The Chiefs minus 1.5 or whatever it is, maybe -2, and then I'll take Philadelphia. I don't like the number being 6, but I'm still going to go with it because I just think that they didn't come this far just to come this far, but I think at a certain point, again, the music stops playing, something's going to go wrong. And this, again, O-line, D-line, it's just too strong in Philadelphia for them, I think, in this situation.
But that is the Cube top 6 today. If you didn't see them up close, let's get it a little closer for you. You got the Chiefs at number 1. You know what I mean? You got the Chiefs at number 1, and you got the Washington Commanders at number 2. With the two teams, the Cube keeps telling me it's going to be there at the end. When it's all said and done, and you got the Eagles going to fall, and you got Buffalo's going to fall. So I hope you guys are ready for this weekend. Enjoy some football. Enjoy what the Cube have shown you. Go into fantasy, underdog fantasy, and put in some picks and choose what the Cube is telling you, because the Cube's been right so far. So with that said, let's get right into the main segment of the show.
I want to call 20.
Go ahead, Kyle.
We had two really great segments.
Raise up.
Can we not call these the main segment anymore? Can we just the main segment was the Cube, and then potentially fact or cap?
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
We're putting a lot of pressure on ourselves here. This is the main segment.
Most of the main segment, but for this segment, guys, you're going to go through these questions. What's you guys' reaction to all these Chiefs cheating claims? Mango.
Bullshit is what I have to say, my friend. That's for Kareem, because Kareem was really sad. He was like, "Where's the profanity gone, Kareem? That one's just for you, my friend."
Wow,
but it is bullshit. Like
Kareem needs it blue. Let's go.
I mean,
go get yourself an Eddie Murphy tape and get your fix.
It's just annoying at this point because it's so outlandish. Because I mean, this might be tunnel vision because I'm a Chiefs fan, but I don't see any reason as to why, or actual evidence as how we have cheated. It's just the claims are just annoying and it's tiring. And if we win on Sunday, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh well, this happened." A referee, like, just enjoy the football for what it is.
Yeah, I think honestly, if you look at the plays, like the cheating parts of what the Chiefs do is what they claim to say. It's on key downs, on third downs, when it's time, like key third downs, and then flags getting thrown, like those are momentum builders, you know what I'm saying, or drainers or whatever. So that's what they're talking about, man, for real. On key downs, the flags come out, and then boom, Chiefs get a couple more possessions and whatnot. So that's why a lot of people are kind of feel salty about it, kind of salty with it. So
right. So here's the thing: typically, people that I guess, and I'm sure there are true fans that believe this, but I think when it comes to the point where you can't find anything else to figure out how in the hell you lost that game to the Chiefs, that's the easy answer. It was a call. We didn't get a call. It was the 6th play of the game, and they got a call. That's it. Game over. Refs are in the bag. I don't get it. It's usually, again, grasping for straws. You saw it when the Cowboys were winning all the time. You saw it when the Niners were winning all the time. You saw it when the Patriots, especially when the Patriots were winning all the time, where they actually did cheat because there's something about deflating balls. I don't know, but the Chiefs, I guess, aren't really doing anything to cheat. I think I guess what the thing is saying is where perhaps the referees, for some reason, want to favor the Chiefs.
That's what it is.
Now, you look through history, whether it's in football or basketball or whatever, usually when there's some subjective thing where a ref can throw a flag based on what he's seeing, usually if it's a star player, they're going to get the benefit of the doubt. Whether it's Jordan, whether it's LeBron, whether it's Magic back in the day, Kareem, whoever, they're going to get the benefit of the doubt that if it's a close call, they're going to err on the side of the superstar. And it's been like that forever, and it'll continue to be like that. So, yes, there are going to be calls during the course of the game. You can see, like, during the playoff run, somebody had it up there, in terms of, I think it was roughing the passer calls drawn. In other words, they get called for you. Since Patrick has been starting, 66. Josh Allen, since he's been starting, 86. So I don't know what to say to these folks. I don't think they really is the NFL that well it's like orchestrating things to where they can make it that one team is getting more calls than the others. It's just, please. I mean, it happens. You're gonna have calls that you don't agree with. You don't like the Chiefs winning all the time. So how is this happening? There's no way they're playing better than these other teams. There's no way that these other teams go in there and maybe they kind of, I don't want to say choke, but choke at the end of games. It happens. So again, I'm not going to sit here and like try to defend it or whatever. Referees make calls. Sometimes they're bad. If it looks like it's favoring one team over the other, usually it's because you're rooting for the other team or you have money on the game. So I don't know what to tell you. The Chiefs are not cheating if the referees make bad calls.
I know what it is. I know what it is. It's fatigue, right? Everybody, the whole United States was for the Chiefs when it was going against the Patriots, right? And now the Chiefs been winning back to back. Continue the ball was going to roll. And now it's fatigue. We're tired of seeing Patrick Mahomes in commercials. You're tired of seeing Travis Kelce everywhere. You're tired of seeing Taylor Swift. You're tired of seeing Clayton Clark. You're tired of seeing all these people's coming over to the Chiefs Kingdom.
Winners. Yeah.
And now you're saying that it's cheating. The refs are this. How about you don't leave Travis Kelce wide open and for 117 yards and a touchdown? How about you don't let Nico return a kick for a touchdown? Almost for a touchdown. How about you don't get called for roughing the calls? How about you don't do those things? And maybe how about you don't miss extra points? How about you don't miss field goals in a game that will have your team to lose? You left 9 points out there on the field, and you still lose. You keep out here and saying it's a cheat.
Glaze them good, Bo. Glaze them good, man. Glaze them.
I'm so tired of hearing it. I'm so tired of hearing the cheating claims. Did you look at the status, guys? I seen this. I was up late at night watching the news, and I seen this come across. I said, roughing the passer calls per 100% pass attempts. Josh Allen's up there at the highest. Mahomes at the lowest under Russell Wilson. So how's the calls is going Patrick Mahomes' way, and his percentages is lower than anybody else, is him getting those calls. We see Mahomes get slammed to the ground. We see Mahomes get his kneecap busted up. We see Mahomes get his people hanging on his back trying to injure the guy, and he still don't get no calls. So we can see
piece of that is the league,
here and say all this nonsense.
The league's not favoring, the team. The league is favoring keeping the quarterbacks healthy, right? So anything they can do to deter late hits or high hits or whatever, they know that the ratings go straight through the toilet if the starting quarterbacks aren't playing. Plain and simple. The superstars have to be out there, or again, at the end of the day, it's a television, it's an entertainment product. So
see, here's the thing. Like Lou, what you just said, as far as quarterback wise, I get that from every angle, man. I get it because those are the lieutenant, the generals of the offense. But we go to the secondary and to the offensive lines and stuff like that, tiki tack stuff like that. That's the main thing I think these guys are talking about. I'm just saying,
right. If we want to talk about tiki tack, who is the most penalized player in the NFL?
Jawan Taylor.
Number 74, and typically, what does he get called for?
Holding.
No, his typical calls is he's either lined up in the backfield.
He should be called for holding. He choke slam and choking cats by their damn throats and shit.
Okay, so it's either you're saying it's a ticky tack call if it goes against the other team, but Jawan Taylor certainly needs to be called for those ticky tack plays. Yeah. It's just the bottom line is they call fouls when they see them. I don't know again how much deeper we can go into this because you can't get into the minds of the officials, right? I mean, they're calling things that they think they see, and maybe next year replay assist gets a little bit more involved. But they're still going to err on the side of protecting the quarterbacks.
Well, here's the thing, though, Lou. It's the winning culture for the Kansas City Chiefs. Just like we stayed with the Bradys, the Lakers, the Jordans. It's the winning syndrome.
There's got to be some understanding.
It got to be a way to beat this team. So we got to find something to. Yeah, it's the winning culture. Like everybody gonna hate on winners.
All right, let's move on, Hensley. I need to beat this horse to death.
But the referees. Call it better. Call it better, ref. That's all I'm saying. Call it better.
Everybody, it's a hot topic. So, everybody's,
Hey, that's the elephant. I've been telling you that.
And everybody's talking about it. Everybody's upset about it. So it doesn't matter when it's all said and done. Like they said in the chat, if you winning, they're going to find a way to try to get, say something.
Absolutely.
So
Caitlin Clark's up there now. Now's the real problem. Not Caitlin's up there now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I talk about the cheating calls, guys. So what's one thing are you guys gonna be watching for in this Bills versus Chiefs? Is fill in the blank. What are you gonna be watching for, Lou?
Well, I talked about the offense before, but I'm going to say on defense, I want to see what Spags' game plan is and kind of how he's going to handle the game early versus late, because I don't think he's going to come with a lot of pressure early, but as the game goes on, he'll start sneaking them in more and more. And especially like on the critical downs, if it's like 3rd and long, or if it's 4th down and they're going for it, maybe you'll see some more pressures. But, does he employ a spy? We talked about perhaps Leo or Shamari or Jaden or whoever is in there, K-Row, anybody. Just do they use a spy, or do they continue? Hey, we don't. If you use a spy, obviously you lose a man in coverage. You lose a potential blitzer. So he's got to weigh that. So he's not going to use the spy every time. He's not going to bring pressure every time. So just kind of how they defend Josh Allen.
What you looking for?
I'll go ahead, man. Go.
The one thing I'm watching for in this game is, mentioned it earlier, it's going to be the combination that is Joe Tooney and Mike Caliendo. Mike Caliendo against Ed Oliver does scare me, and I mentioned this on the show on Wednesday. So I'm hoping that Lou also mentioned earlier that Caliendo has a better game where he's able to create those holes, for Pop and Kareem to get through. It'd be nice to see some more of Samaje Perine in this game as well. I think we've got to utilize him. He's been pretty good for us. The left-hand side of the offensive line is what I'm going to be watching the most, and just seeing how those two play and handle the pressure from the Bills D.
So I'm gonna say this: time of possession for me. I think the Chiefs beating the Bills on time of possession and on key third downs, and of course turnovers. Man, if they can, it's up to me. I'm looking at both side turnovers. Whoever make the most turnovers is going to lose the game. because like I said, like Mahomes been playing phenomenal football in the playoffs. Phenomenal. Fourth quarter, A1, right? Josh Allen's right there this year. He's been playing good football, right? Turnover free football. So to me, it's about the third downs and the turnovers. Who's gonna make that mistake? Who's gonna make that key mistake? That's what I'm looking at.
I'm looking at the play calling on short yardage and third downs when they get in the red zone. Is the Chiefs going to say, "Look, we got Kareem Hunt. Nobody's stopping Kareem Hunt in the red zone. We got D-Hop in the red zone. Is we going to use those guys, or are we going to go back to our trick plays and everything else here that's going to get us there?" But you can't stop what you get when you what got you there. So that's what I'm watching for, to see how they play their offense when they get in the red zone. Is they run the ball more with Kareem Hunt, or they use D-Hop more down in the red zone. So I'll be watching that very closely, the play calling, because I know in the chat y'all get tired of me saying, "What was that play, man? Who called this play?" I know y'all get tired of me in our little group.
Who did call the play?
but again, that's what I'll be watching for this game to see what happens. What happens? What are y'all expecting? Because these two guys did not play in the last meeting with the Bills versus the Chiefs when the Chiefs lost on the Allen run. Jalen Watson and Charles Omenihu. This is gonna be their first game back playing against the Bills this year. So what are y'all expecting from Jalen Watson or Charles Omenihu Lou?
Well, Watson, I would just say health. Hopefully he can hold up and play a lot more than he did last game. And I think that's probably the plan at this point. So that's the biggest thing, because, again, their receivers, it's like I said, these teams are such mirrors of each other. Their receivers really haven't been outstanding either, or getting a lot of action. I shouldn't say haven't been outstanding. They just haven't been thrown to a lot in the playoffs. You don't see a bunch of Amari Cooper. You don't see a bunch of Keon Coleman. You see some Khalil Shakir mixed in there, but against Dawson Knox and Kincaid or James Cook or Ty Johnson coming out of the backfield, but the wide receivers don't get as much action. So hopefully Jalen, for his behalf, be healthy enough to play in there, and then when his name is called or the ball comes his way, he makes a play, because I think he's a pretty sticky cover guy, and he can get his hands on some footballs. Omenihu has just got to be totally jacked at this point, because this was the point last year where he got hurt, was against the Ravens, and just the intensity that he put into his rehab, and just the fact that he documented the whole thing and put it on YouTube and was just so intense. I got to believe he's going to come in and play really, really well, because they run the ball a lot. He's good against the run. He's a great pass rusher as well, so it can move him up and down the line of scrimmage. I look for Charles to have a really big game, and hopefully Jalen can stay on the field for 30 or 40 plays.
I think Jalen Watson, again, Lou, just for him, go out there and just be healthy, see what can he bring to the table. Omenihu didn't play that game, and I think I said this on the last show, like he's gonna have a big game, especially going against Josh Allen. Again, I just want to see Omenihu just get busy out there, man. Put pressure on Josh Allen, force him out the pocket, which doesn't make a difference. That's Josh Allen. He can still make plays out the pocket. So, just put a little pressure on him and whatnot, kind of make him uncomfortable and whatnot. Like I said, Omenihu does have the speed, and he does got the physicality to get it done. So that's the guy that I'm really focusing on, is him. I'm not too much worried about Jalen Watson. Why? Because Josh Allen will spread the ball around. So it doesn't matter who he's covering. He's going to spread the ball around. He's going to take good care of that football. So not too much worried about Jalen Watson, for real.
Yeah. Charles Omenihu being back is massive. I mean, we didn't get one sack on Josh Allen, I believe, during that Week 11 matchup. And our D-line's been massively improved since he's come back, being able to get pressure. George is just running away with things at the minute, it seems, since Charles has come back. So, I mean, it was only really Chris, getting pressure at all in that Week 11 game. So I think now Charles is back and George is in the form he is. I mean, that's just a recipe for disaster for Josh Allen if we're able to get that pressure and hopefully bring him down a couple of times. Jalen Watson, not to dog on Nazi Johnson because he's out there doing his best, but the Bills were clearly targeting him in Week 11 and he gave up some chunk plays. So I think pretty similar to what Lou and Dre said. Just him being out there and being healthy is like massive in itself. He's not really one to give up massive plays. As he said, sticky. So, I mean, massive additions to have back on the defense. But I think Charles is probably the bigger one because, like, if they're getting the pressure as it is, it's going to make it easier on Trent and Jalen or whoever's back there. So, yeah, for sure.
I'll say this. I'm looking for Mr. Sticky. That's what I like to call him. Watson to get out there, come out here and play ball, man. He wasn't out there like you said. Nazi Johnson Cooper was eating him alive the last matchup. So if we can get Watson out there and have McDuffie to come back, come down to play the slot and be doing McDuffie things, and Charles Omenihu. A lot of people ain't realizing Charles Omenihu in the playoffs is leading in strip sacks. To get the ball turned over. He just don't go for the sack. He always goes to strip the ball out, just like Tom Ali used to do back in the day. So this kid on his wingspan, he's 6'5", I think 6'5", 6'6", one of those. You got a long arm wingspan. Him and Chris Jones working together as a great matchup. So I'm looking to see him come out there and ball out this coming Sunday. So I'm looking like that would be a bigger piece than Watson for me to have Charles Omenihu to come out there and play big for the Kansas City Chiefs. So
last thing on the rush is as well as the Chiefs pass rush has been, I think the Bills have only given up 14 sacks all year. 14. So it's not just the Chiefs that weren't able to get to him. There's been many teams, and if they do get to Allen, it doesn't happen very often. So that's, I think you guys have all hit it, is that's going to be very important, is to be able to get in Josh Allen's face, make him uncomfortable.
Get in his face. Yeah.
So again, even if they're just getting pressures, get in his face, make it difficult, and then, maybe they get a few sacks, but they haven't given up many.
Yeah.
Wasn't it last year in the divisional round that he started scrambling and Chris Jones just I don't know what he did, but he made Allen fumble the ball and we recovered it.
Yeah,
I think I think there might be. I think he might get a bit God mode at some point because especially if we take a lead, Josh Allen's not really been in a position where he's had to come from behind an awful lot this season.
I think just getting him out. So here's the thing with Josh, man. He can get out the pocket and still make plays. He's still gonna use his legs, but we still want to just get pressure in his face, just make him a tad bit uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Just throw him off his mark, and that's all we can ask for.
The Texans probably did the best job against him all year.
Yeah,
he was 9 for 30. I mean, it was just ugly, and the Texans really rolled them. And the Texans, that was probably their best game of the season, and obviously was the Bills' worst. So, that pass rush for the Texans is real. If the Chiefs can emulate that, maybe they can force him into, getting a little antsy and reverting to some old habits.
Exactly. It was 9 for 30, 131 yards and 1 touchdown.
Wasn't good.
So with that said, what will be your speech to the Chiefs before the kickoff against the Bills? If you got to speak to them in a locker room, if you had to give a speech before kickoff, what would it be? Coach,
I'm gonna defer my time to the coach. This will be interesting, folks.
What would the speech?
This is recording. This is recording, right?
Yeah, before
kickoff. Man, Bob. Hey, man, I'm gonna let you take it, man. I'm gonna let you go first.
Oh,
man.
Wow!
Go ahead.
I think first of all, I'd probably need a translator just to get it across, and I don't know if I can repeat a lot of it because it's probably a lot of profanity. But I mean,
go ahead for it. Go. Let's see what you say.
So it's a hype thing.
Yeah.
Hey, what you gonna do?
mean, I'd come in, big speaker, hype music in, stand up. I'd be like, right. But I'd probably just tell him, something along the lines. I mean, you've been here before. You know what this moment means. You know how to go out there and execute.
Hell yeah.
I mean, along those lines. I mean, you know what's at stake. If you lose this game, if you win this game,
let's not go negative.
One step closer, a chance at history, as Ken says. But yeah, I mean, you just got to dominate special teams, defense, offense. I mean, something to note, the Bills' special teams is shocking this year. They've had a couple of blocked punts. Do we need to say much about Tyler Bass? Please don't kick the winning field goal. Now I've said that. But just go out there, be yourself, and fucking win.
You know what? You know what, Mango? That was a nice, soft, good speech to the team. I like that. Me, if I was riding with these Kingdom people, if I was riding with, I said, listen, guys, we've been hearing all year about the goddamn referees. All right, we've been hearing about the refs, Taylor Swift up there, Caitlin Clark, this, that, and the other. Mahomes. How the man how you walk to the huddle, Mahomes, and all the others. So I said, look, Mahomes, look at me. All right, I got faith in you. You hear me? I got faith in you. Hey, CJ, I'm need more sacks from you, player. A minute who you coming back from injury. I'm need that speed. You hear me? Hey, Watson, get busy over there, right? Like people ain't don't have faith in you, but your boy got faith in you. I know you can get it done. Hollywood, this is your time to shine, man. You was with my guys for a long time, but you didn't get this opportunity. Huh? It's all about opportunity and making history, guys. We got to do it for the city because now the world's against us, baby. The world's against us, baby. Let's go out there and let's get the job done, guys. If I was a part of the Kingdom.
Channel your inner Eminem. You only get one shot.
You only get one shot, baby.
This is why you lift all them weights. This is why you run all those hills.
That's
the
right.
Ball comes your way, you make a play.
That's right.
Let's go. Playmakers on three.
Playmakers on three.
I would say this, guys. Look, this moment is ours. This time is ours.
That's right.
Everybody's against us. Even your own dog, your pets, your lover, whoever is against you right about now. Everybody hoping that you're not going to win this championship. The world is against you. The refs, they said, is on your side. Go out here and play your ball, your style of ball. Don't hold nothing back. Leave blood and sweat on the field.
Say blood and sweat.
Blood and sweat on the field today. Don't get ready. Don't worry about all this is our moment. This is our time to shine. You got history against you. A lot of people don't like history. Everybody said the history is this. The history can't be made. This is your time to break history. Mahomes, you go out here and play your type of ball. You be Mahomes of advantage, Mahomes. Travis Kelce, I don't care if you're getting old and people say you out of shape. This is your time to show that you still can do it and play off ball. Kareem Hunt, I need the old Kareem Hunt. I need Kareem Hunt to come out here and play ball, to be you, to see you. D-Hop, I need vintage D-Hop. Catches come your way, it come out there, you take the ball out the air, you snag it. Hollywood, yes, you play with that chip on you play on that chip on your shoulder. Is that your word? You play with the chips on your shoulder. Chris Jones, I need you to go out here and sack the quarterback and be your guy. Trent McDuffie, you know what to do. You the sheriff on the field. Lock it up. So that's what I'd say to the team.
Lock it up and lock it down, man. You hear me?
Lock it up and take it down. So that's what I would say to the team. But saying what they said with the team, what are y'all keys for victory for our last segment?
Like I said, when I talked about breaking tendency is, I guess not so much like they've hidden all these plays or whatever. I don't think it's so much that. I think it's just it's going to come down to executing whatever the game plan is on both sides of the ball. And it sounds so simple or whatever, but usually that's what the championship games come down to, is not making the mistakes.
Exactly.
And it's all the cliches that you typically hear from coaches. So outside of that, I really do believe that if they, not like from first quarter to fourth quarter, but if they like go tempo in the middle of drives, say, okay, we get a first down, we're immediately going tempo, get up on the ball, leave it, don't let them substitute, their defense. go with the next play. If it's a light box, run the ball. If they've got, short yardage in, we're going to throw the ball. So just really try to mix it up a little bit, get them off guard. And other than that, everything else is just play their own game. Again, it sounds simple, but I think simple is what's going to get this done.
My keys to victory is, again, turnovers. It's turnovers. Don't turn the ball over, because the way the Buffalo Bills are playing, they playing good football right now, right? They're playing great football right now. They're not taking many chances for real, and if it's after, they're going to take it. They're just playing complimentary football. Some Chiefs are used to, and again, you can't turn the ball over in these big games, because right now, the Bills are controlling the clock right now. They're controlling the clock right now. They're using Cook a whole lot more. So this is about turnovers, man, for me. On both sides of the ball, man. Do not turn the ball over. Don't turn it over.
Don't get comfortable. Be aggressive for the full 60 minutes. I mean,
talking, man. Go ahead.
You've got everything is on the line here. I mean, you're one game away from being able to cement yourself as the greatest NFL team in history. If they get past this and go on to win the Super Bowl, be aggressive. Don't get too comfortable with things. I mean, exploit their defense. Bills' defense is quite weak, to be fair. And then I think our defense has just got to be hard hitting, getting that pressure. But I think Lou mentioned something really earlier that I thought was quite important.
Right.
Spags is going to play it really interesting. He's gonna slowly increase that pressure as the game goes on. And I think our defense is just, because Taylor Rapp was a big part of the Bills getting turnovers. He's out. He's not playing this game. I think our defense is just going to be on their A+ game, and they're going to just cause Josh Allen to do something stupid that's going to put the ball back in our hands. So, like I said, be aggressive. Don't get comfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah, I say the keys to victory is putting pressure on Josh Allen. Don't be scared. Whoever gets the hot hand, Andy Reid, leave that ball into that hot hands player's hand. The word is not, you keep feeding the ball until his legs don't work no more. I say, hey, you're gonna have some weeks of heal and get into the Super Bowl. This is the game is all forever. You know what I mean? So like Drake said something before. The Buffalo Bills are playing the best. You played everybody at their best. That was the Miami Dolphins' best team that everybody was saying when they came in here, right? And got beat by the Kansas City Chiefs. That was the best Houston team that everybody said they came in here, best defense. And guess what? Got beat by the Kansas City Chiefs. When Deshaun Watson was with the Texans, everybody said that was the best team that the Houston Texans could have, and they still got beat by the Kansas City Chiefs. So look at those statements and look at all Joe Burrow and all those guys that came into your building and you still took care of business and got the job done. Look back at the past. Know that everybody's against it. Everybody's picking against you right now. You got ESPN. You got all these other guys, the paper pushers, the pen pushers. They are against you right now. So I would say, like, hey, take heed of this. Post it up on the posted board. Say what you got to say about it. And, looking at their score predictions and everything else, everybody's not riding for you right now. So take care of business when it's all said and done. So with that said, guys, we about to get into our score predictions of the game. And let's go ahead and see, because people say something, they talked on this show, and they said all the victory speech. They said all this nonsense.
That is crazy. That's crazy, right? That's crazy.
Score prediction. This is our score prediction.
That's ridiculous, man.
Nick got them 28.
What are those noises coming from your mic, Coach? Are you okay? You sound like you're choking.
They got them 45-15, losing. I got them 41-17. I don't think this is gonna be. I think this is gonna be the best offensive performance, team performance by the Kansas City Chiefs. Lou got it at close to the vest, 24-20. Mango got a slight, Chiefs beat down the Bills 30-6. And like everybody said, Drake only 30 points. Drake, come on, Drake, you not there losing. It ain't happening.
But I do believe in the Kansas City Chiefs, guys. I do believe the Chiefs will go out there and get it done.
one thing I would tell you guys in the chat. All this year, and even since me and Drake been doing this show and bow tie together, every time he picked against the Chiefs in a big game, the Chiefs won. So hold that over his head. Hey, maybe he's the magic person over the Chiefs.
Don't let me root for him, man. Do not let me root for him, guys.
That's right. Good call.
The hell with him.
Bad juju, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So with that said, this is what the NFL guys are picking. They got a lot of people it's a little slightly split it. Everybody looking at the score prediction. Everybody think this is going to be a close game. One of them got them going. MJD got it going in overtime. Chiefs winning by 3 points.
Given the history, it's really. I mean, that game earlier this year was probably the largest margin we've seen. Was 30-21, and that was a little bit of an anomaly because of the fourth down play where they go for it and he ends up scoring the touchdown. They go up by 9. So yeah, you almost have to expect this game is going to be tight. It's going to come down to the fourth quarter. Yes, and I think, like Coach said, somebody is going to blink, and there's going to be a turnover, and you just, you hope you're the one that's on the positive side of it, and then just go down and win the damn game.
Man, you ain't lying. This game, we already talking about being like having ball control, but somebody gonna take that risk, man, and they're gonna do it, man.
Yeah,
you have to though. You honestly, guys.
Yeah, you can't sit back. You can't sit back and wait for something to happen, right?
Exactly,
I mean, at certain points, you have to take your shots. You got to be judicious about it. You're not just going to go crazy and start just launching balls. And Patrick has said that, and you see just the way he plays is so much different. He rarely puts the ball in harm's way anymore. Now, a lot of times when he was setting all those records and throwing for all this stuff, he would take chances and they made the plays because they had to score a ton of points. But he knows now that, one, they're not nearly as explosive as they've been in the past, and that as long as they take care of the ball, that they're going to be in it at the end, and he is more confident in himself having the ball than anyone else on the planet. So that's kind of the way I see it going.
Exactly, because a lot of people might say it might be a tight game, but like you said, man, it's going to be some shots being thrown. I think they're going to go all out, man. I think both sides, once that switch hit, man, somebody gonna blink. Like I said, once them balls get flying around and these defenses start letting up, yeah, it's gonna be a high scoring game. It's gonna be a high scoring game because, like I said, it could be flipped. We may think it's gonna be on one of them tight games, low scoring games, but you know how it goes. It'll probably be a high scoring game at the end. So
I got a high scoring game on one end with the Chiefs 45.
If it was like Sunday afternoon at 4:25 on October 15th, maybe
on a good day, sparring day,
not on a championship game where everybody is letting it out all out there on the field. And it's
sound like a pick high, pick low, man. Hey, I'm picking the score to go high. I'm picking the score to go high.
All right, very good.
There it is, man.
Hey, and you can adjust your number on Underdog Fantasy,
absolutely,
to reflect what you feel and increase your odds. So there you go. If you think it's going to be a high scoring game, ratchet up those points, and the odds will go up. And if you hit it, it's a much more in your pocket.
Exactly.
But let's get into our sponsors before we close out.
Let's talk about our sponsor, Mr. Eric Haynes, with the Eric Haynes Real Estate Group. If you're looking for someone who can walk you through the process of buying or selling a house in the greater Kansas City metropolitan area, there's nobody better than my good friend, Mr. Eric Haynes. He helped my wife, Emily, and I find our dream house. It was a long process. There were a lot of ups and downs, but he and his team were absolutely incredible, and they got the deal done. They got the deal done because he was there every step of the way. He took every text message. He took every phone call. He told us not to worry, and in the end, he delivered, and that's what you want for the best real estate experience. So give Eric a call at 816-729-3785. You can email him at esellskc@gmail.com.
Got sponsor, Factor Cap.
Next up, my incredible wife, Emily Athan. If you're looking for someone who could help you navigate through the waters of the health insurance world, There's nobody better who understands it than my wife. Listen, if you want a government option or a private option, if you're looking for a plan for yourself or a self-employed group or a small business, family, whatever it might be, you need to understand what you're eligible for and the best plan available, and you want to find someone who understands the marketplace in the private sector. So for a free quote today, give her a call at 913-215-9086.
Emily.
Next up, the guys at Resell Electronics. Roll tape.
Emily.
Save big on the hottest electronics. At Resell Electronics, we offer the best deals on new and pre-owned TVs, game consoles, cameras, plus so much more. With 2 convenient locations along Noland Road in Independence, stop by and visit us today.
That's right. Resell Electronics is your one-stop shop for all of your consumer electronic needs. Hey, if you've got some old stuff lying around the house, they'll give you cash. And if you want to buy the latest technology, you want to get old games, you want to get phones, TVs, tablets, whatever it is, they're your number one source. They've got 2 great locations in Independence, both on Noland Road at 1214A South Noland Road and down on 40 Highway Noland Road inside the flea market. So if you want a great deal, this is your one-stop shop for all your electronic needs. Check out their website today. That's resell with a C, electronics.com.
Resell.
And now our newest sponsor, the one that we're very proud to have as part of the Chiefs Blitz family. That is the guy over at Underdog Fantasy. You can play the pick'em game. I do it every single day. Pick your favorite NFL stars, including Patrick Mahomes and Jackson, and Burrows, Jefferson, Bosa. It doesn't matter who it is. Hey, Josh Allen as well. You can play the NFL. You can play other sports. You get a chance to win up to 1,000 times your entry fee. Plus, it's available in 33 states. Deposit now and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash to join the millions of fans who've won billions on Underdog Fantasy. Got to check it out. Hey, when you go into the website, make sure you use the code Chiefs Blitz. Right here, you can see how easy it is to navigate through the process of making your favorite play of the day. And you can do multiple teams. You can do multiple players. It is the best fantasy game out there. I play it every single day. Make sure you check out underdog.com and use the Chiefs Blitz code to make sure you're registered with the Chiefs Blitzers.
So with that said, guys, go Chiefs. I know you kept you guys in here with that. And also, we are, going to have a pregame show at 3:30. Me, Coach Dre, and Mango. I hope you guys join in with that. Again, hey, I'm not scared of Bills. I know you not guys are scared of Bills. Be on top of their head all Sunday. So with that said, let's leave you with this.